Good morning, the students of class 7. Welcome to our e-learning class. You know, for the recent pandemic situation, it is not possible for us to continue our online classes. So that's why we are going to conduct the offline classes. So today we are going to discuss your social science history and our today's subunit. Which subunit we are going to discuss? We are going to discuss that is old and new religion. So what are the new and old religion, how intermixed and what effects they put on the people's mind, we'll see right now. That religion was closely connected with socio-economic organizations. You know that religion is closely connected with the socio-economic organization from the ancient period. That Ashoka was accepted Buddhism and Ashoka introduced Dhamma, and many rulers like Chandragupta Maurya, he was very much fond of Jainism and he practiced Jainism. So in this way, a lot of rulers in the ancient period also practiced and they influenced by various new religions. In medieval period also, the same trend continues and a lot of changes happen in the time of medieval period in the different religious groups and different religious practices. So first one, it is Hinduism, which called Hinduism or Sanatana. There are a lot of changes occurred inside the Hinduism in the medieval period. First one, people started worshipping new deities. At the time, people started worshipping new deities, such as we have seen in ancient period when the Vedic civilization established, and in the Vedic civilization, people worshipped many natural forces like Soma, like Varuna, like Indra, Agni. But now what happened? People started worshipping the deities, some idols, and with their particular story described in the Puranas. And those deities are the Vishnu, the Shiva, the Kali, the Durga. This type of different deities started very much popular at the time, and people started worshipping those deities. Number two, temples were being constructed by the royals. Temples were constructed by the royals, the kings, south and north, in both the North India and South India. Many temples were established by those kings and regional rulers. And importance of Brahmanas also simultaneously increased with the establishment of the temples. Because those Brahmanas, mainly, especially the priests, they were worshipped on those temples, worshipped all those deities. And they got huge amount of wealth and land grant from the kings and local rulers. As well as the support of the patrons consolidate the position of the Brahmanas. As well as they also got prestige, and the kings also got prestige when they give the respect to the Brahmanas, because Brahmanas at that time increased as the most powerful class in the society, and they acquired a lot of power in the society. They decide what to do and what not to do. So that's why kings also try to influence those Brahmanas by giving them huge land grants and lot of respect and money. And what happened? And in this way, they also try to legitimize themselves by the Brahmanas. That they wanted to convey the Brahmanas that I give you a lot of respect and wealth, that you also spread this message among the people that we are the legitimate ruler and we are the good rulers. So in this way, the both of the class, the Kshatriya, mainly the rulers, as well as the Brahmanas, you know that previous class that how one ruler that was they were like such as the Danti Durga, the Rashtrakuta chief. He was not a Kshatriya, but he was performed various rituals with the help of Brahmanas, Hiranagar people, and earned respect. So in the similar way, they give respect to the Brahmanas and they also earn respect for themselves. This is the developments occurred in Hinduism. Now we are discussing another important thing that was emerged at the time, that is bhakti. You have already read in class 6 about bhakti, that it's a loving personal deity that devotees could reach without the aid of priests or any elaborate rituals, and the practice of bhakti was very much popular at the time. The practice of bhakti at the time was very much popular. So as per the bhakti, any person, they can worship any deity without any elaborate rituals, without any offerings, as well as the help of priests. So in this way, bhakti became very much popular in the medieval India. Now we are going to discuss the new religions that were introduced in Indian subcontinent, and that religion, it is Islam. Emergence of Islam. Okay, so you know, from 7th century AD, with the Arab merchants, the idea of Islam reached to the Indian subcontinent, and mostly when Arab merchants, they started their trading activities from the coastal regions, from western coast of India, from Gujarat up to the Kerala. And with the Arab merchants, the idea of Islam reached to Indian subcontinent. They brought their holy book Quran to India, and they spread the knowledge of Quran among the common people, and it was very much popular in the Indian subcontinent. Now, what are the main features of the newly introduced religion, Islam? That number one, the Quran is their holy book. As per the Islam, Quran is their holy book, you know, and accept the sovereignty of Allah. So all the Muslims, they accept the sovereignty, means supremacy of Allah, and nothing is more powerful or supreme than the one God, Allah, in Islam. Number three, whose love, mercy, bounty accept all who believed him. As per the new religion, whose love, mercy, bounty accept all those who believed him. Number four, many rulers become the patron of Islam. At that time also, many rulers, they accept the Islam and became popular in some areas. And the learned theologians and jurists at the time in Islam, they called the ulama. They also known about the Islamic law named Sharia. So this is about the main features of Islam. Now we are going to discuss the different schools of Islam. Though Islam is a single religion, but there are many interpretations found in Islam. Then Indian subcontinent, there are two types of the Islamic beliefs, interpretations found, that was very much popular, as well as all over the world. These are the Shia and Sunni. And what are the interpretations? That the Shia people, they believed that after the death of Hazrat Muhammad, the first Paigambar or the first prophet, the son-in-law of the prophet, Ali, was the legitimate successor of the Islamic world. He was a legitimate leader of the Muslim after Hazrat Muhammad. But what happened? The Sunnis believed that the father-in-law of Hazrat Muhammad, the Abu Bakr was the first Khalifa or religious leader of the Islamic world. So this is the main difference between the two schools in Islam. As well as there are some other different interpretations such as Shafi, Hanafi, Sufi, Ahmadiyya, etc. And among them, Sufi mainly practiced in India and today's Pakistan, and they are different from the mainstream Islam from their theologies and mystic traditions. So that's all from the new and old religion. I have described what are the main features of at that time arrived in Hinduism, as well as the emergence of Bhakti, and lot of Bhakti saints at that time famous, and people also respect them and they accept their ideology. We'll read more about those Bhakti saints in the later chapters, chapter number 8, as well as we discuss about the Sufi saint, what are the practices and what are the theologies. That's all from today's class. Thank you for watching. See you in the next class.